Hi, this is your host, Kashindi Andreas. I just want to take the opportunity to quickly thank you before I share what I have to share with you on our YouTube channel. I want to congratulate you for having found this channel in the first place, all right? And secondly, I'd like to thank you for being part of our Namdin's family. It's amazing how God works and how things happen. But I want to just announce in passing that Namdin's CC, which is our private company, has now been registered on Google. Okay, it's now a Google registered business. In other words, if you are in Australia, you are in the US, in Africa, in Nigeria, in the Far East, in Asia, in China, in countries like that, you can simply go on Google and just type in Namdin's CC, and you'll be able to find us. All right. So all glory goes to God because He's the one who has made this possible. Okay. As a Christian, I need to do that. I must give glory to God. I cannot take the glory. I cannot give it to anybody else, but to God. Okay. Yeah. So shortly, I'd like to just say that I have something very, very little to share. I want to share just on the importance of health in general, because a lot of us we look at our health and we put it at the back burner of our brains. We basically prioritize everything else but our health. All right, and that is a very, very dangerous thing. That's very, very dangerous predicament to be in or to engage in. All right, so the importance of health means that you need to look after yourself, and you need to basically take care of your health before anything else happens. Okay, because health is really the only true wealth you've got. Quote me on that one. Your health is the only true wealth you've got. And without your health, guess what? You can't do anything. You can't do anything. All right. So let us prioritize our health. Let's always think in terms of prioritizing our health, because if you lose your health, you can't work. You can't do business. You can't live. You can't make babies. I mean, everything that you can do, everything that you want to do, you can't live your dream if you've lost your health. So it's really, really important for us to do that. Now, the reason why I'm sharing this is because a lot of people think you can look after yourself by just eating right, for example. Basically, it is not very easy to do that. Why? Because one, you have no control over the ingredients that you are buying in the shops. If you go to the shops and you buy food, for example, you buy fruits and vegetables, you don't even know whether those fruits and veggies are organically grown, or they're things that were injected with the growth hormones, for example, like dry packed chicken and things like that. So you just basically you don't know, and it's really, really sad to see that a lot of people think that they are clever enough. I mean, I don't care how many degrees you have. You can be a professor, you can be a well-educated person, you can be more educated than me or whatever, but it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, ignorance does not have anything to do with your qualifications. And in fact, in my line of work, in my line of business, I have seen that the more educated you are academically, the more ignorant you are when it comes to certain other things like your health. I'm speaking this from experience. I spoke to a former classmate of mine who is currently a professor and a lecturer at one of the local universities here in Namibia. And he's got a PhD, he's got a postdoctoral qualification and things like that. And so when I spoke to him about his health, and he's huge, he is a very, very fat man. And I'm not saying that to offend him or anything. Yeah, so please don't take offense if you hear this. I used to be fat. Okay, I used to be fat, and I don't apologize for it. And I don't apologize for people having called me fat when I was fat. But when I was called fat, I started looking at my health. I started looking at what I could change, and that's when I made the change that I made. All right, so this guy is a very, very fat man. He's probably around about the same age, but if you see him, if you look at me and you see him, you will think he's at least 15 years older than myself. Why? Because he did not look after himself. Apart from the fact that he just went on to do studies, masters and PhDs and postdoctoral studies, and that's all he did, you know. And at the end of the day, he neglected everything else about his health. Right now, as I'm talking to you, this guy is the same age as me, right? But he has already gotten he's got cholesterol problems. That's number one. Cholesterol problems. He's got high blood pressure. He's got gastric issues. That came from the side effects of the medication that he got for chronic high blood pressure. All right. And this guy, when I was talking to him, you know what he told me? He just said point blank, I don't want to take nutrition. And I was telling him to say, look, the nutritions that I'm taking, and I had pictures. I have pictures of myself when I was fat, when I was in the same trend, in the same trajectory of life as he is. And when I spoke to him about it, I was like, look, dude, you can start changing what you are eating, but not necessarily from the shops. But I'm saying start taking NEOLIFE nutrition that have helped me to get where I am today, and to live that life that I used to live of being fat and sickly and with multiple chronic illnesses. And he told me to say, look, I've got medical aid. I've got one of the best medical aid in Namibia, so I don't need to take your nutrition. Okay? That's what he said to me. So I was like, look, how do you say that? Like medical aid is not really a good thing. Like, I mean, it is a good thing if you have it, but I mean, I've lived without medical aid for the last 6 years or so. But because I look after my nutrition, I don't even get sick to need to use medical aid. Before I left my job, as you probably are aware, that I was a school teacher working for the Namibian government, and I had my medical aid, and I rarely used it because I could only use it to go and get my teeth cleaned at the dentist. Okay, but then I also found out that I don't even need to do that really, because I've got some products that are very, very good for cleaning your teeth. I mean, if you look at my teeth now, they are very, very white and clean. So I don't really need to have medical aid anyway. But I'm just saying that you could use it. But I rarely could use it because I was not falling ill. I didn't have any medical issues. All right. So because of that, you can see that it's really sad that people do not look after their health until they lose their health. By the time you lose your health, by the time you start losing your health, that's the time that you start thinking, oh, what can I do? You see, it is better to be proactive with your health than to be reactive, because if you are proactive, it means that the first thing you will do is you will guard yourself from getting ill. You will try everything that you can to prevent yourself from getting ill in the first place. But you see, the current trajectory of life in our African continent here and all around the world is that you need to get sick first. You just leave everything as normal, you know, you just do things normal and just not worry about your health. As soon as you get sick, you become reactive. Then you react to it by running to the doctors and running to the hospital and all these things. But the best thing is to be proactive. So it is better to be proactive than to be reactive when it comes to your health. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you. And really, if you see this video, call me. If you have any health challenges, call my number. It's +264 if you live outside the confines of the Namibian territorial borders. It is +264 81 38 60041. Call my number and ask me to assist you to take better care of yourself, to take better care of your health. You know, if you can do that, I'll be very, very happy to help you and to guide you through the whole shebang. All right. So with those few words, let me just end there. May the Lord give you wisdom, because really we need wisdom to look after our health. You need wisdom. You need to have a revelation from God that tells you that this is what you need to do. Because if you don't look after your health, I'm very, very sorry that things might not just work out the way you want. All right. So all the best of Godspeed. Take care then. Bye-bye.